Yields back. Now recognize the gentlelady, Vice Chair of the subcommittee from Arizona, Ms. Lesko.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I want to say thank you to you, Mr. Chair, because this is such an important issue. And I want to say thank you to all of you because it's absolutely vital that we pay attention to this issue. You know, my question kind of relates to what Dr. Ruiz was talking about, but I'm going to ask it of Dr. Hawley. In 2014, the Obama administration paused funding for gain-of-function research due to the risk and safety incidents at federal laboratories that year. Then the NIH resumed funding in 2017 for gain-of-function experiments. Shortly after, NIH, as we've all talked about before, awarded a grant of this type to EcoHealth Alliance. Around $600,000 of that grant went to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. As you know, COVID-19 happened. We've had different hearings. It seems more likely than not to me that COVID-19 came from a lab leak from the Wuhan lab. Dr. Redfield, the former CDC director, has testified, thinks that there were gain-of-function research that was going on there and that we partially funded it. And Dr. Redfield actually told the other subcommittee that I'm on, and the COVID Select Subcommittee, that he thinks we should put a pause on gain-of-function enhanced potential pandemic pathogen research until we know, till we have a broader discussion of it, until we have more biosafety in place. What do you think?
It's just my opinion, ma'am, but I agree with your comments, and I think it's most important to have an oversight group to take a look at this. There are gain-of-function experiments that are very beneficial, and we have to have the appropriate panel of individuals, scientists, and lay members to look at that and evaluate that based upon, keep repeating myself, the risk-based approach to see whether or not it will be beneficial. But I think we do need some sort of oversight, and there's no question about that.
And since it sounds like from what all of you said, there is no centralized location in the federal government for oversight and that some private labs don't have any oversight, should we, do you think, pause this very enhanced, I call it EPPP, research until we get the biosafety apparatus in place?
Yes, but again, I emphasize the fact that we do need to start with oversight.
Yeah, okay.
And we were trying that. There is precedent for not only oversight, but community involvement with the Boston Public Health Commission, the liaison with the people in the community. They know what's going on. The Containment Laboratory Community Advisory Committee in Frederick, Maryland has an interaction between the laboratories of Fort Detrick and the community members, whereby we can openly have transparency, ask questions, publish near misses, and so forth. So to me, that's a form of oversight and gaining the respect from the community.
Thank you. And my last question is for you too, Mr. Hawley. You had mentioned earlier in your testimony that you don't think a federal agency that provides grants for bioresearch should be the same one that's in charge of overlooking biosafety. I think that's what you said in so many words. Is that accurate? And are you talking about the NIH? That's my question.
I'm not going to name any organization, but the bottom answer to your question is yes. I know when I was at Fort Detrick as a command biosafety officer, we had labs internationally, and it was my job to go out and look and monitor those labs. So we did have oversight, even though we did provide funding.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you to all of you. Great communication, great information, I should say. Thank you. And I yield back.
I thank the gentlelady for yielding back. If there are no further members wishing